Hey, I'm Jusko from ProudMoney.com, and in this video we are going to look at the redemption value and the redemption options for the Capital One Venture miles through the various Capital One Venture cards. Before we do that, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not already, and if you have already, I thank you for doing so. So I recently got the Capital One Venture X card. It is the first Capital One Venture card I have had, and so in this video I thought it would be interesting to look at the ways that you can actually redeem the miles that you get from the Capital One Venture cards. I only have the Venture X, but I believe this is applicable to the regular Venture and the Venture One cards as well in terms of the redemption options and what your values are on those miles. Now I say miles in quotes as I do in many other videos because these are not actually miles that you use from any particular airline, even though you can transfer your miles into some of the airline programs of Capital One's partners. So probably more appropriately, they are points. So when we talk about Capital One Venture miles, they are points that can be used in a lot of different ways. Now, I have not had my card for very long, but I do have some Capital One miles or points already saved up, and so I can actually show you how I might use the miles that I do have up to this point. So you have 7 different redemption options. Technically here on the page they sort of show 8, but really one of them is not a redemption option, but we'll get to that in a second. The first redemption option is book a trip through Capital One Travel. So Capital One Travel is the newish travel portal that Capital One has put together, like Expedia or Hotwire or any of those sort of travel portals that you have probably used in the past. So you can take your Capital One miles and you can use them against those travel purchases or to book part or all of your travel purchase through Capital One Travel at 1 penny per mile. So 10,000 miles would equal $100 worth of travel if you booked this way. For me, you can see that I have 6,320 Capital One miles so far, not a ton, but it would get me $63.20 worth of travel through Capital One Travel. Now I did recently book through Capital One Travel, and I know people are going to ask this question. I haven't done a deep dive, but I did book a hotel recently, and the price I got through Capital One Travel was pretty much the same as other portals on the internet and pretty much the same as if I actually booked a hotel night at that particular hotel. That is only one data point, one example, but at least in that case, it seemed like the prices aligned. Redemption option number 2, convert rewards, which means you can transfer your Capital One miles into the airline frequent flyer or hotel rewards programs of one of Capital One's 15 travel transfer partners. At least there are 15 as I make this video. Most of these are going to be on a one-to-one basis, meaning one Capital One mile equals 1 mile in the frequent flyer program or the hotel program. Not true across the board, but in most cases, that is going to be your conversion. Now, as I make this video, at least, there are no US airlines that are a travel partner of Capital One. So if you want to fly internationally, obviously that might be attractive to you. If you're hoping to access US airlines, sometimes you can by using the airline alliance systems that a lot of these international airlines are part of. So you might have to book through that airline, but you could still perhaps access the tickets from a US airline if that is something you want to do. Now obviously that sounds a little more complicated if you want to do that. And this is where the value of Capital One's miles or the value of having miles in some of these programs comes into question. Some people will really like to do the work to try to find great deals this way. Some people have more flexibility in their travel. Maybe they're traveling alone versus traveling with multiple people, so it's easier to get award seats, all that sort of stuff. So it depends on how much work you want to do, how attractive that is to you. That said, the value then of a Capital One mile, if you use it in this manner, could be 1 cent per mile perhaps, or probably if you're going to do this, you're going to be looking to be getting more than 1 cent per mile, but it may require a little extra work for you to find those good options to redeem those miles. Number 3 redemption option, cover travel purchases, which means if you have made purchases of travel, a flight, a hotel stay, whatever, with your Capital One Venture card, then you could use your Capital One Venture miles to pay for all or part of that purchase at a value of 1 penny per point. So for example, 10,000 Capital One miles would get you $100 of travel. It would cancel out $100 of travel that you had already charged to the card. In my case here, I do do have a travel purchase recently that was $157.99. So if I had 15,799 miles, which I don't at this point, I could completely erase that purchase here, but I could use the miles that I do have, which is 6320, as I'm making this video, to at least pay for part of that travel purchase. Number 4 redemption option is gift cards. So you have gift cards from Apple, from Amazon, from Best Buy, from Chipotle, from Home Depot, from a lot of other places as well. And across the board, as far as I could tell, your Capital One miles are going to be worth a penny per mile when you redeem for gift cards. So again, 10,000 miles would get you $100 worth of gift cards from any of the gift cards offered through the Capital One Rewards portal. Number 5 redemption, redeem for cash. So when we think about Capital One's venture cards, we mostly think about redeeming for travel. However, you can redeem for cash, but bad idea. You're only going to get a half cent per mile when you redeem for cash through your venture cards. So that means 10,000 miles would only get you 50 bucks. In my case, my 6320 miles would only get me $31.60. So obviously this is much less attractive than the other redemption options we've already talked about that would give you a value twice what you would get if you redeemed for cash. Number 6 redemption option, PayPal. You can link your Capital One venture account to your PayPal account and use your Capital One miles to pay for your PayPal purchases. However, the value here is only going to be 0.8 of a cent per mile. So again, using our previous examples, 10,000 miles, instead of getting you $100 as it would in many of the other redemptions, would get you $80 when you use it through PayPal. Number 7 redemption option, shop with Amazon. Same deal as with PayPal. You can link up your Capital One venture account with your Amazon account, and then you can pay with your Capital One miles when you shop at Amazon, but you're going to get that same 0.8 of a cent per point valuation when you do that. So 10,000 Capital One miles going to get you $80 worth of Amazon purchases. And then the 8th and final redemption option for your Capital One miles is actually not a redemption option, even though Capital One shows it that way in their rewards portal. It is the ability to move rewards or share rewards between Capital One card accounts, although you can't do this in every instance. So if you were looking at those Capital One miles and perhaps you were thinking to yourself, well, I will just circumvent the fact that the miles are only worth half a cent if I decide to cash them out by moving them into my Capital One Quicksilver or my Capital One Saver card or something along those lines. As far as I can tell, you can't go that way. So you can't go venture into one of the cashback cards. You can only transfer from one of the cashback cards into your venture account. So I know this because I tried to do it. I have the Capital One Quicksilver card, which I haven't used in ages, but I thought I'm going to see if I can move my miles into that account and get the cash back redemption from them, and I was not allowed to do it. However, I've discovered that I did have 90 cents left in my Capital One Quicksilver account, which has been sitting there for a very long time, and I did transfer it into my Capital One Venture X account and got 90 miles for it. So I cleaned that out, and I probably never would have redeemed that 90 cents in any other way anyway, so now I have 90 more miles. But I could go from cashback into the venture account. I could not go from venture into a cashback Capital One credit card. So that is it. No surprise here that the Capital One miles are going to be used to their best advantage when they are used toward travel redemptions. Your gift card redemptions are also pretty good as well if you're someone that likes to deal with gift cards, which I do not. Otherwise, the redemptions that you have through Amazon, through PayPal, and then especially if you went cashback, not nearly as good. That is it for this video. If you have questions, comments, put them in that comment section below. Otherwise, I thank you for watching. And as always, please go to proudmoney.com where we do credit card reviews and we talk personal finance, we talk deals, and all sorts of other fun stuff too. Thanks for watching. Bye.